Hey friendos, how's it going? It's the Enforcer here, once again with another video. Not a jersey unboxing, but I do want to give my thoughts on the Jack Eichel trade being traded on over to the Vegas Golden Knights. Now this is one that was long in the making in terms of Jack Eichel not being happy with the Buffalo Sabres organization, wanting to have that next surgery. And then, of course, the back and forth going. He changed his agents as well midstream in the middle of this going on. And finally, he gets moved to a place that I honestly didn't think was going to happen. I thought that early on maybe it would have been Columbus. I was hearing later on that Calgary and Vegas were the last two landing spots because those two were the ones that were willing to spend the time to let him get the surgery that he was asking for, willing for him to do his rehabilitation and then join the team here. So what does Buffalo get in this? What does Vegas get in it? Well, obviously the crown jewel, if you will, of this deal is Jack Eichel going to the Vegas Golden Knights. In addition, they get the throw in of a third round 2023 pick. That's what's going to Vegas. And in exchange, Buffalo is picking up one of those golden misfits, one of those ones that was a heavy contributor in the first season, as well as seasons after that as well. And someone that I absolutely love, that was Alex Tuck. He's heading over there. Peyton Krebs is heading over there as well. Another one of those first round picks early on in the Vegas franchise that has been sent away, much like Glass, much like Suzuki. All of those prospects that they had early on in their organization, they have essentially mortgaged the future for right now. They have gone in a very Vegas way of going all in, and they're hoping to not bust. They're hoping to get blackjack instead of busting out. So we'll see. In addition to that, Buffalo is going to get, as well with Tuck and Krebs, they're going to get a first round pick of Vegas in this upcoming draft, but it is top 10 protected. So by somehow, if you look at the standings right now, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But if the Vegas pick is a top 10 pick for this upcoming season, then it is a protected one. Vegas will keep that. Instead, the pick will be rolled over to the following season of 2022-2023 season. So I guess it's a 2023 first round draft pick if Vegas ends up in the draft lottery and then pulling a top 10 pick. If not, it stays a 2022 pick going to Buffalo, as well as a 2023 second round pick that's heading on over to Buffalo. So clearly, other than Alex Tuck personally getting traded on over to Buffalo, I really hope he flourishes in Buffalo. I love Alex Tuck. I loved his grittiness, his gameplay fit well with Vegas, with what they were trying to do. I hope it works out for him in Buffalo. Wish him nothing but the best. But of course, the big piece coming on over is Vegas. So what does this do for Vegas? Well, clearly they have had a massive skill shortage down the middle. With the center position, they really need to shore that up. The fact that you had Chandler Stevenson as your first line center because you wanted to keep the last remnants of the misfits together with William Karlsson, who is unfortunately injured right now. You get Karlsson, Marchessault, and Riley Smith. You want to keep those guys together because there's 5 years that they've been together. You want to keep that together. Chandler Stevenson was not your first pick for your top line center to go with Stone and Pacioretty or any other combinations of the players that they have. Now you've got your for sure set number one first line center that will give you a lot of options if everyone meshes. This is the problem that I'm starting to see with Vegas. Okay, A lot of these pieces that were cohesive, that were put together, that really felt like they were outcasts from the year that they went to the Stanley Cup final, there's not much left there. I mean, Carlson, Smith, Tuck, Shea Theodore, who else is there? I mean, you don't have Fleury anymore. Leonard is your number one now. You've got players like Ullmark, Alec Martinez. I know he was been there a couple years, but he wasn't one of those first year guys. You got a lot of the whole coaching staff is different as well. I think the essence of that team is changing, and I think it's going to be a good thing in like 5 years to see where Seattle is, because I think Seattle is building their team in a different way, where they're trying to get long-term growth and not looking for a big splash right off the gate. We're going to see soon, because Vegas now, where after 5 years for an expansion team, that's when the window starts to open. Now the window is quickly closing with Vegas here, because they have loaded up for now, and the cupboards are bare for a couple of years because they've mortgaged the future away to have Jack Eichel, the likes of Pacioretty, of Mark Stone, to keep Leonard there, moving away Fleury, Schmidt going, to keep a lot of these other players intact that they deem worthy of or thinking this is going to be the crew that's going to get us to this, not only the finals, but to raise Lord Stanley's Cup. And I don't know, especially with what I see now, they look very not cohesive, incohesive, I guess. You can lay a lot of that in terms of injuries, where you don't have Pacioretty. Carlson just went out. You got a lot of new players coming in. You're also having to work with the situation where I'm sure a lot of the contracts, especially with like a Fleury and a couple contracts before with Stone and all of that, you were thinking, and it was supposed to happen, that you were going to have a higher salary cap going in there, and now we've had a flat one going into the second year, and I'm hearing that you may get an extra maybe 1.2, 1.3 million for your cap for the next season. I don't know if that's going to do a lot. Right now, I saw they have $27 million in long-term injured reserve sitting there. So right now, they can put together the team that they need to. But then when you get Pacioretty back, when you get Eichel in there after his surgery, which is another gamble, is he going to be ready to go this season for the Vegas Golden Knights, or is he not going to be? Is he going to be timid? He's not going to have that team, that cohesiveness together? How quickly does he gel with the team there? And then also, no disrespect to Buffalo, but he's coming from an organization that, let's be quite honest, they haven't made the playoffs in God knows how long. I forget, it's been that long. So in addition to that, how long has it been since they've also won a playoff series? I know it hasn't been since Eichel's been there. So does he have what it takes? This is the big unknown. Does he have what it takes to go through the second season, to go through the bumps, the bruises, the punishment, the different style of hockey that comes with Stanley Cup playoff hockey? Does he have it in him? Does this team have it in him? They're already working from a deficit. There's already teams out there that have blasted off. Edmonton, Calgary, these teams have like set a pace in the Pacific when people thought Vegas is a lock to win this division. Now I'm not so sure. But then again, everyone this season, because you're going to have that winter break there for the Olympics in Beijing, everything is very much smashed together in terms of a lot of back-to-backs, a lot of 3 games and 4 nights situations going on. to where there's going to be a lot of wear and tear and a lot of grinding. Is this the Vegas rough patch, or is this just going to continue on where they're just going to continue to be ground down and ground down and ground down to where they're going to scrape into the playoffs, and a team that has get so far been able to handle their injuries because they were off to a fast start, going to bounce them out in the first round, and then this is all going to be for naught. If Vegas doesn't make a run here, and I'm not even talking about a Western Conference final because they've made that the last 2 years, and at the hands of Dallas and at the hands of the Canadians, when they needed to score goals, they couldn't do it. Is Jack Eichel going to be that setup man to get Stone and Pacioretty and Ullmark and a lot of these other players, get that power play going? That power play has been anemic. Needs something going on. Sharpen up that defense. You don't have the wizardry of Fleury back there anymore. Jack Eichel can take care of the offense if he comes back healthy and raring to go. The defense is another question entirely, and that hasn't been addressed. I see. I've not seen every Vegas game. I've seen the majority of their games, and yeah, it seems like the defense is just a revolving door, especially the bottom two, of just trying to see what's clicking and seeing what's working. So we'll see. That's my take on the Jack Eichel trade. I'm glad to finally have the big puzzle piece that we were wondering, where's he going to land? What's going to happen? Is he going to get the surgery? Is he not? Is Buffalo just going to him and haw? And it's funny how Buffalo now is really up there in the standings, and then they trade away Jack Eichel, kind of thinking, okay, well, let's get some pieces for a run here. We got a guy that doesn't want to work here anyway. But yeah, I'm sure early on Buffalo was hoping to get a couple first-round picks out of this, some better players. But it's because Jack Eichel was sitting there. You're into the season here now, when if you would have got it done in the offseason, you would have let the man have his surgery. You could have already seen him have a training camp. We're already a month into the season here. He's going to get the surgery now, and then he's going to be out for, 2 to 3, possibly 4 months. Worst case scenario, he rolls in to the teeth of a playoff push, trying to get his legs under him, and then immediately deposited into the playoffs to just thrown to the deep end. Or a better case scenario, he shows up a little bit after the winter break. They get a couple months to work together, to gel together, and then honestly solidify, make a run for the cup. It is a big unknown as to whether what Jack Eichel is going to do in Vegas. I think just a change of scenery and it seems like a front office and a staff that's on his side that wants him to get this surgery and get well in his mind. I think that could do a lot for him. But I think at the end of the season, like I said, when you get Pacioretty, you get Eichel back, $27 million in long-term injury reserve sitting right there. That's going to come back onto the books late in the season. Of course, in the postseason, it doesn't matter, as people will constantly point out with what the Tampa Bay Lightning did, where they were like 18 over the cap when the playoffs came around. Vegas may be in that same situation, where there's going to be a lot of people in an uproar if a team that is 17 million or well over the cap. I don't know what the numbers are going to be at that time, but that much over the cap could have another situation like Tampa last year, where they're going to have a bunch of people wanting to throw an asterisk on it. But you just got to play with the rules that you're given. So there's my take. Friendos, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this Jack Eichel trade. Did Buffalo get fair market value for dealing away an injured Jack Eichel? Did Vegas make a good call here. There's always the big joke that anytime there's a big free agent out there or a possibility of an acquisition, everyone always says, "Oh, he's going to Vegas. They're going to Vegas. They're going to Vegas. They're going." I really didn't think Jack Eichel was going to go to Vegas. I didn't really think the numbers were going to add up, but somehow they made it work. Or at least I think they're going to make it work. They won't have to work these numbers in until Jack Eichel is healthy and ready to go. And then I don't know if you're going to get to a situation where you're going to have not a full roster because you're going to be over the cap for a game or two, and then you're just going to have to double shift the bottom row, or you're going to have like go down to 3 lines, and then some fourth liners are going to have to play defense. Who knows what the hell they're going to have to do, but we'll see. The biggest where's he going to go of this season is done. It's over with. Jack Eichel is now a member of the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll see how it goes. I love Jack Eichel. I'm excited. I'm always excited to see Vegas. Vegas always brings that sort of play and that excitement. They're always a fun watch. We'll see if they continue to be a fun watch with Jack Eichel on the roster. I'm sure they will, but they got to shore up that power play. They got to tighten up that defense. And even though they got Leonard, I still think goaltending is sus. We'll see. Hey, this is why they play the games. So anyway, friendos, like, comment, subscribe once again to all of the subscribers, helping me get over that 1,000 sub goal. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time, your day, your evening, listen to me ramble on into this camera. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye.